My name is Damali Ssali and I welcome you to this episode of the Ideation Corner. The Ideation Corner is a space where ideas are discussed and dissected. And today I'm very happy to host Paula Mugisa. Paula is a business development consultant. She studied business enterprise from the University of Buckingham in the United Kingdom. She also won an innovation award on mobile application company which she founded at the University of Oxford, again in the United Kingdom. In addition to that, Paula is the founder and team lead of Tessa Advisory Services. Tessa is a non-traditional management consulting firm that focuses on providing services to micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises in Uganda. Paula, for the last 10 years, through her company, has provided services to several companies where she helped them set up and scale up. She works with these businesses to plan, strategize, and implement business activities so that they can be catapulted to growth. I am very happy to host Paula today. Paula, thank you so much for coming to speak to us.
Thank you so much for having me. That introduction was amazing.
Thank you.
Who's that guy?
Who is she talking about?
I want to meet her.
Is it me?
Yeah, who's that?
I'm glad. But when you talk to people about a business consulting firm that provides business advisory services, there are too many words. People don't know what it is. Just break it down for the layman. What exactly is that?
Yeah, so advisory and providing support for businesses really is just hand-holding them and walking through their journey with them to grow a business. That's it. And all of the other many... I'm trying to avoid using big words.
I know. You're now conscious.
Yeah, I'm now conscious. I'm like, with many of the support interventions, And I think they're mainly about 10 to 15 main business development areas, the usual things. Mm-hmm. Who's your team? What's your strategy? How are you acquiring customers? Branding, service delivery, processes, all of those things. Mm-hmm. So really just walking with them on a journey to structure and process and help them have processes for those things to grow their businesses.
Okay. Hypothetically, if the Ideation Corner is a small business and it came to you and said, I want Tessa Advisory to help me. Yeah. In small words, what would you do?
Oh, so fun. I love it. So first thing I would think in my head, even before I approach the proprietor of Ideation Corner, I would say, okay, it's a video platform. It's more like a vlog. They have weekly shows. They're talking about ideas, talking about business ideas. So my first question would be, what kind of audience are you targeting and building through the show? Second question, how are you going to monetize it? And to whom and with what? And so we would meet and we'd sit down and refine the idea first. Ideation Corner is this. It offers this to these people in this way at this price. Right? First, refine the idea. Then develop a business model around it, which is just a fancy way of saying all the different elements that will bring together this business. And then we attach a revenue model. The first thing I would say, okay, so people are tuning in to learn about ideas, how entrepreneurs, did the things that they did. So it's highly likely they want to develop ideas themselves. How about if Ideation Corner developed a very low tier, very simple workshop service package, called it the Ideation Bank, had 50 entrepreneurs come to refine their ideas. How about that? And so Ideation Corner then becomes a platform where you refine your ideas. You learn how other people did it, right? And then we teach you how to do it yourself. So maybe all of the other structuring support or whatever, you can go to Tessa, you can go online, you can, talk to your dad who has a business. But in terms of developing and refining the idea, that's what Ideation Corner is for.
Oh, nice. Thank you. I've gotten free consulting advice.
Yeah.
I should have paid for. But I can see that you in the profile, I was saying that Tessa is a non-traditional consulting firm.
Non-traditional.
You focus on micro, small, medium-sized enterprises. That's a bracket that most consulting firms wouldn't look at.
Yes.
Because, I don't know, their pay structure, and usually so What made you decide to look at this segment?
So interesting. I love this question. So we do focus on non-traditional, meaning not the conventional advisory and consultancy, meaning we don't sit in a physical room and strategize, plan, and execute activities. Everything happens digitally and online. So that's a non-traditional piece. Now, micro and small enterprises, especially in Ugandan ones or any other economic environment like Uganda, many youth, not enough capital, many people semi-literate or uneducated, or educated youth with no jobs. Many of those people have a strong demand for this kind of support, are willing to acquire this kind of support, can't pay for this support. So that's the issue. That's why most advisory firms are not serving them. And I think it's not because they can't, it's just that they haven't structured how to do that. So we realized, as we were talking before, that we're not having impact. When we started, we're doing traditional consultancy and we ended up having medium and large enterprises. And so at the end of the last year, no idea of COVID, no idea of the pandemic, nothing. I just said we have to find a way to get all these things, the ones we do, put them somewhere, make the price 50 times cheaper by leveraging technology, and so that now thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people can afford it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your kind of price range? Because, I can imagine that a small, medium-sized enterprises, as soon as they see Tessa advisory, it's a mindset. Immediately, they'll immediately think, I can't afford it. They won't even find out.
Yeah, they won't. And that's so interesting, and I love that, talking about pricing. So again, one of our main business philosophies, is impact by volume, which means that there's a certain number of our services that we offer for free. And I strongly encourage, by encourage I mean push, the entrepreneurs. Pushing the entrepreneurs that we work with to do the same thing. Have a free thing, serve many people. Have a paid thing, give more detailed, consistent value. So we do the same thing. We do what we ask other entrepreneurs to do. And the free thing is our master classes. We teach businesses how to refine their ideas and how to attach a revenue model for free.
Those two are free.
Those two things are free to any Ugandan business in this entire country.
How do they access?
Online through a webinar masterclass.
Okay. I need you to give the details. I want anyone who is watching right now. There are free classes that you can access. Available to everyone.
Yeah. Easiest thing is to go to our social media pages. All of them, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, are at Tessa Advisory. Tessa with a double E. And the links are there in our bio. We have a fantastic webinar masterclass coming up with Flavia Tumusime. 3,000 people have signed up. It's really, really exciting. Yeah, it's huge. And we want to help more than that. We can help 30,000 and offer them those two main things. What is the idea? How are we going to make money from it? Before we do all those other things. But all of our other paid services are equally affordable. We have what we call a tactical session workshop. Same thing, on refining the ideas but going deeper into it. And customer acquisition. So how do you get revenue to your business? That's 300K. That's affordable to someone even in the university. The point is, you leave that workshop with your idea and a revenue model and pricing, and you can go and get low-hanging fruit around you and start that week. Yeah? And then above that is our 210K course, which doesn't mean to start. It's actually targeted at people who have been in business for a while. We have people on there from...
Let's go to Tandike.
Yes, Tandike. It's start, But in my mind, do you know what Tandike meant? Foundation. What's foundation?
Musinji.
Musinji.
Yes.
Should have been the online business Musinji course.
Or Musinji.
Musinji. That's so funny.
You're like saying to Tandike is not start.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, this one you business.
Start.
It's our Tandike, the foundation of a business. People are like, no, it's for starting businesses. So they have been that.
But I liked that you tried.
Yeah, we tried.
I like that you tried.
Who's even Tessa?
Yes.
I feel like 2 years from now it's going to be Musinji. It's going to be the Musinji business course. And for real, I'm not joking. So like if our coordinator is watching right now, I hope she has to note it down.
Like seriously,
guys, we have to, it's Musinji. You guys are just seeing us do this whole thing to Tandike start. But we tried.
You tried. I like that, by the way, because I'm a firm believer in local content, and I always was really interested in the fact that you're focusing on small, micro, enterprises. So umuntu wawansi. So I was very happy that you're actually looking at that. I was worried about your business model. How do you survive? Because umuntu wawansi can't afford. But I like that in a way you've thought about it. How you do the revenue
in tiers. And so it's all the way from umuntu wawansi to umuntu wawano. And that tutandike as it is now. The Tangi as it is now is a 1 million shillings course, right? Which I still feel like it's interesting. We have people who are 21 years, 23-year-olds buying the course, like I said, and people in their late 50s buying the course. And it's really what we feel is the foundation of business in Uganda. Okay, for any business in our economic environment, but we're targeting our people first. So there's team, staff, branding, strategy, planning, execution, all of those other things. Service delivery, business structures and administration, taxation for small businesses in Uganda, all of that. How do you set up a business process map? Why do you need to? How do you hire a team when you can't afford to hire a permanent employee because you're a small business? And all of that on there. So that's 1 million lifetime access. You have it forever. Any updates to the course, anything, you have it. It's video, audio, and transcript.
I like that it's also audio. Because again, once you can't afford video.
Exactly, because it's so expensive.
It's too expensive. It swallows your data.
Yeah, sometimes we don't want to watch video. I don't download all the videos on my WhatsApp because I'm just like 300 MB. Do you think I've made of money?
I'm spending my money.
I'm not. And then transcript also, you can print all of those things and just read the lessons.
Okay.
On top of that, again, like we're talking about before we started rolling, all of our interventions are geared towards execution. It's not for the purpose of getting a certificate, right? Or sitting, for a 12-week session that you're implementing a business while watching a video. What business are you doing? It's short videos, and then so one of the lessons is subcontracting, right? How do you subcontract someone that's really, really good in whatever they do to support your business in the short term, right?
Okay.
After that 9-minute or so lesson, there's a subcontracting agreement PDF that Tessa designed for you. Download it. You can go it's available, in the course. Download it. Put Damali's name, put Paula's name, what you expect from Damali, what you expect from Paula, the price, and go. So each thing has a resource to help you record and implement.
I realize that it sounds really, really like practical. You in a way, you're not even encouraging sit back, think, write a business plan. You're like, you have an idea.
These are the short things you want to know. Get it and go.
Start.
Tandika. So that's how it works. And again, we're talking about tens of millions, hundreds of millions for consultation to now putting everything into a thing for 1 million that you have forever, that you can use wherever you are in Uganda, and then begin to implement it.
When you start. Okay.
So
I like the point. But how did you think? Because I like figuring out how did people start this idea. How did you come up with this idea? Why? What was your thinking, your conceptualization of it?
It's a long story. So I feel like people see Tessa, Tutandike, anyone, even you, and all of the amazing things that you're doing. But so for example, with the app that I built that won an award at Oxford, it was called Student Proxy. So at the time, I was so grateful for the opportunity to study in the UK. So grateful to study what I wanted to study, business enterprise and setting up businesses. That I thought, how cool would it be if universities, you've been in the UK for a while, so I know you know, if these universities that are seated on literal resources that can change the lives of the people in our country, how cool would it be if we aggregated all of these resources onto one platform for my people who are Ugandan entrepreneurs? No certification, no whatever. Just understand what you need to understand to do. That's my thing, And it's interesting because I was speaking with my program director, 80-year-old man, who's saying from everything that you did, they no longer host lectures for the program that I was on. They call them short talks for my degree program.
Wow.
They offer short talks to entrepreneurs. Because one of the things is a degree program I was on, so they teach you how to set up a business and they give you funding to set up your business. Only 9 to 11 people from all over the world are onboarded onto that program each year. So it's very competitive. I was very proud to be one of them. But so there's that. So now it's just short talks. Understand what you need to understand and do.
So what you concept actually a while ago is now being actualized.
It's now being actualized how many years later? 8 or 9? And then also it's off of a background of I wish when I was 17 someone created this for me
and gave you the
I was always trying to break out and do and try and explore, but I didn't know how to Like, where do you start? And, you know, we still get those emails. We get 50, 80 emails a day of how do I start?
Yes.
With people who know exactly what to do, but how?
Yeah.
Like, how do I put in the I'm creating the thing that I wish someone created for me when I was 16 and 17. That they can do it now.
And you're getting the impact. So, given that we are seen as, well, it's a fact, studies have shown that we are one of the most entrepreneurial countries in the world. For women, I think we're even on top as, you know, the highest number of women in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Of course, it's out of, you know, need that they're then entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And then we lack a lot of information on how to actually implement.
Yeah.
So how are you, what is Tessa doing? I like that you're always focusing on impact. But what is Tessa doing to ensure that we catch those students before they go out looking for jobs in the market, which they're not enough of? What is Tessa doing about that?
So there are two things. There's trying to catch those people, but there's also that thing of all these youth businesses, all of these entrepreneurs, all of these things. How come their businesses are failing? Right? How come we're not seeing many new products and services into the market? How come we're still seeing brands from Kenya and abroad, not Ugandan products and services? Why isn't your shopping basket full of Ugandan rice and tea and all sorts of other things? Yeah. So again, there are two interventions. So the first of why Ugandan businesses fail is because many times when something is born out of need, you end up building the wrong thing. That's why ideation, so like the ideation corner, our business ideation model, you have to be building the right thing. Even when you make mistakes, when you're building the right thing, somehow we end up in the same place. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons. So the ideation module is free. And we offered it for free as soon as we went digital. And we're like, that question of what business can I start?
And there's always that question. There's always someone with, I have 5 million, I want to start a business, and then they go around asking everyone, what business should I start? And then they'll tell you, I think you should do baking. Oh yeah. There's a lot of money in baking. Yeah. And then someone posts 5 million in baking. Can you imagine? And then it disappears.
You know, the person who's saying there's a lot of money in baking, how do they know what person is baking? They are not a baker. But you've used all your savings on that information to start baking.
And then the money disappears.
We have seen there's a lady, she sells eggs.
Yeah,
she's been selling.
She's even
built a house.
She bought a house.
So me, I'm just like, if you start selling, but it's just like, do you know the process involved? Yeah, chickens dying, vaccinations, whatever, being, all the entire process from packaging. Who's your distributor of eggs? Who are they? Nothing. So we have to be building.
So your ideation course, that one that is available for free,
is on our website,
and it would give someone, say, I have my 5 million or 1 million of capital.
Or 100,000.
100,000.
I started Tessa when I didn't have 100,000. I'm not lying. Zero. I didn't have savings somewhere much.
Okay, it's not nice. I don't know why I say that.
No, but what you mean is it's possible.
It is possible.
Not that you're happy I didn't have them.
Oh my god. That'd be so sadistic. Anyway, where was I? I was saying that yes, the ideation course, that module that is available for free for anyone to access, would give someone. Would it give someone an idea if I have my 100,000? So it asks
the right questions. That's what it does. To lead you to aggregate an idea. So it's asking what your interests are. It's asking what your passions are. It's asking what your formal skills are. Where have you worked? What did you study? It's asking what your informal skills are. What have you taught yourself that you can do? Yeah, and then your recent activities. Those 5 things, it's trying to aggregate them to be one long-term innovative idea, right? That you can now enter into the market in some form of product or service.
So it's not telling me with my 100,000 that go do this.
No.
It's guiding me to figure out.
It's guiding you to do some internal exploration to figure it out for yourself. Because when you do, and when you feel a strong connection to this idea and it's connected to you, it's highly likely you're going to drive it and you're going to do something amazing that only you can do the way how you are.
Yeah, that's why you asked about the informal interest.
All of that. You must already picture the people who you're going to serve and understand that you're the one to serve them with that product.
Okay.
Now that is the beginning of an idea that's meaningful.
Okay, I'm very interested in that.
And it's free, guys.
And it's free.
On our website. On our online courses page, at the bottom it says get free module, put in your email address, literally takes a second. All the videos are sent to your email, you have them forever, and then short 3 videos, and then a worksheet.
And you also say they're audio.
So now these ones are all video. So there are multimedia, video, audio, transcript, other paid courses.
Okay.
Actually, we should be able to keep people.
Yeah, because audio, especially for Muntu Wawansi.
Yeah,
no,
we
audio.
should. We should. It's just that these ones are shorter. It's 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and I think 1 minute. Altogether, it's like a 5-minute module. But
it's the lady Nakaseke.
Yeah, Nakaseke. Yeah,
only deal with
that's
audio.
true. We should offer audio as well.
Okay.
It's not hard at all.
And then the second module that is also free. What is it about? So this one, the first module, ideation, helps you guide to figure out ideation.
Yeah, but it is. It's a business ideation.
It helps you to figure out. You have your capital. You don't know what to do with it yet, and how you get to answer that question.
Yes, but there's also, I've been running this business for 5 years. Enter COVID, maybe it's an events business, people are not meeting physically. Ideation is a continuous process, right? I don't know why people in general feel like you get the idea and then that's what you run
stuck with it for life and you die with it.
It's the same. You may come up with the idea at that time in 1998.
And it's the same.
And it's the same exact. Honestly, who is the same exact from even Jan to now? 2020 has been like, who is the same exact person? You're not even the person who you were in January.
So therefore, even the existing companies right now, which we're having to think through with COVID, what has happened,
with COVID.
the way the world has changed.
Yeah.
You need to think through how can you even, change your business model.
Refine and retarget, because the people who you're serving, they've also changed.
They've also changed.
Like how you've changed. So what are they thinking about and what do they want and how can you target them? And COVID has forced us to think about that iteration, what in business is called iteration and pivoting, like from tutandike to musingi. Yeah. But customer preferences are always changing. The economic environment is always changing. One of the biggest things for us is next year is elections. That's going to change business in a big way.
True.
So how are we preparing for that? Economic environment, social environments, trends, technology is always being introduced. Again, how are you preparing for that? All emulate and look up to are great at doing that. They're always like shifting and being flexible, but for us we're stuck. Yeah, so we always need to be ideating, reiterating and pivoting.
Continuously, doesn't end.
Yeah.
That's the first module, free module.
Free.
The second one, that is free.
Customer acquisition, but it's only held within the masterclass. Again, which people can go on our social media page in the links and sign up.
Okay.
So the customer acquisition is how do you develop a consistent cycle for getting income into your business. I think from one of my pet peeves as a business development person, it's like, yeah, Paula, of course I can leave my job to do business. I have done many businesses, right? But the thing that disturbs me, I have children, I have kids, and business doesn't bring in money consistently. Who said? Who said? Honestly, who came up with that thing? They. You know what I'm talking about?
Like, who is they?
Who's business doesn't bring in money consistently, so you're there. Now I'm just like, we have work.
So that's why you're offering this. No, once you show you that the business can consistently bring in money.
And it's not that hard. I don't know. I don't know who that person said that you get money in Jan, then you get it in September, then next Jan. So all that time, that's why you need to have your job. So what's your point?
We were also talking earlier about like women entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Obviously, being the highest, we have the highest number of women entrepreneurs in the world, which is excellent.
Yes.
But of course, we also have our challenges and our problems.
Right.
Given your experience in this area, what do you feel are those challenges that affect women entrepreneurs quite a lot of the top two? And what advice would you give? Would you offer?
So one of them we kind of again started talking about earlier. It's that I feel, especially now that we are right in the middle of business coaching, 81% of our audience are women, and all the people who are taking our online courses are women. Yeah,
not that I don't like men, but it's excellent.
Right, it's fantastic.
There's a lot of it.
But again, and no offense to all the men, right?
No.
But women are very flexible. They're very open-minded. They're willing to change. They are less, again, men, no offense, but they're less rigid. They're just like, okay, let's try. It's like, maybe I haven't understood, but if you make me understand, then I'll come on board. For most men, it's like, resist first. And then slowly
then you try to
so I think that's so that's that. But I think now for women, the biggest challenge aside from all of that is we need validation and permission I spend a lot of business coaching giving people permission. I'm giving people permission to follow their dreams, to be wild, to be more, to charge someone $20,000 in Uganda during COVID. I was on a talk with a group of businesswomen, and I was telling them a story about a couple that left the UK, been accountants for long, built 12 units off Luthuli Avenue, right? Of penthouses that they sold in dollars, all completely to Ugandans. Yeah?
Okay.
Apartments and penthouses. So penthouses were going at $330,000.
Dollars.
$1 billion. All sold out during lockdown. So those of you who are
incredible.
like, so those of you who are like, oh, there's no money, I don't know, in COVID,
people
or why,
money.
how can I know this? People are making money, people have money to spend, right? It's really a mindset thing. There's always opportunities, and the people who are ready to take advantage of the opportunities, those are the winners, right? So I feel like women need to
be able to
permission
become risk
of
takers.
Yeah, risk takers, and men don't have that. Men don't
they
have
take
that.
the risk, actually.
When they take the risk, they don't doubt themselves. If you present a man with a proposal, right? He won't think, and you're like, oh, it's complex, you have to do this, we'll have to do this, we'll have to talk to this person. You know what a man will say? A man will look at the whole thing, and he won't doubt himself.
He'll be
like, we can do this,
We'll do that.
And if it's hard, he'll say it's because the idea itself is hard. Yeah, not because I
can't do it. Okay.
The woman will look at that same proposal and be like, I don't know how I'm meant to offer. I don't have the capacity on this. She'll immediately go inward to blame herself of why she can't do this.
Okay.
No, it's just hard because you're trying to go across the country, or you're trying to reach 1 million people. Yeah, but she will take it upon herself as the reason why she can't. So the self-doubt, the validation, the needing permission, the wanting to be set free, I promise you that is like 90% of the problem. 90%. 90%. The other things, it's just structuring organization frameworks, the value they have, the skills they have, who they want to serve, the dreams they have, the goals they have. Many of you are also so overqualified. I'm not understanding why you're afraid to do this small thing, right? Because you're doing these massive things for these other organizations and other people and other projects and other communities.
And then starting on a tiny...
Yeah, and then it's like, but I also sell bags. What? Instead of then leveraging all of those skills to build this thing that you want to build, to give us, that you know we need. That many of the times we don't even know we need, but you know. And you're the one supposed to put it in the market, but you're like, oh, maybe 2 to 3 years from now.
Yeah,
are you sure you're going to be here 2 to 3 years from now? There's also that. So can we just
make use of today?
Yeah.
Do it now.
It's going to be great. So that's my phrase. I'm always like in business coaching, I'm like, it's going to be great. Yeah. You're the one to do it.
You're there selling dreams.
Selling
hope.
Selling a lot of hope and dreams, but that I've achieved myself in this Uganda and I want people to do.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, my biggest thing, I always like to either motivate, inspire young people. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the things that you're doing also would inspire and motivate young people.
Yes.
How is Tessa saying that maybe they're working with young people? Are there any special masterclasses that you're going to do? Do you have any plans?
Oh yes, you did ask. I feel like I didn't respond. So one of the things is we want to have our webinar masterclasses and specific activations for universities. Yeah, to again onboard thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of people, onto these masterclasses, and really, because I benefited from it, really target that student entrepreneur who's younger, who's still studying, but not that whole thing which our culture sells, or that we grew up in, of like, you first study, then finish, and then you implement. No, whilst you're acquiring the information and getting ideas and your mind is open, this is the time to implement. So by the time you're done, or sometimes even before, you have these great products and services out into the market, not just something, a thing, a whole amazing thing, which is common abroad.
I know. Over there they do it. Here we wait. You spend all the time studying, and then after that, then I don't know why.
I don't know why.
They need to do that.
Yeah. Even with our courses, I feel like all of the ladies who take the whole entire course, watch all the videos, take all the lessons, right, before they implement, end up getting overwhelmed and stuck.
So they do all the stuff before they start.
Yeah, and I don't recommend that. I'm like, do team,
then do it.
Implement.
Yes.
Do strategy, create your business model. Do the customer acquisition, go out and get your low-hanging fruit and that first business into you. As you go along, it's the best.
Going back to the webinars, because I'm very interested in that.
Yeah.
Where can first of all, when are they starting, especially for the students, where can someone find them?
all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the webinars are running for the next few months until December. We already had one with Coffee with Alice and a bunch of lawyer students or students that have just graduated law or started to practice. Yeah, we have the second one with Flavia. What we will do for each and every webinar, which masterclass, which is teaching those two things, is we will post the links for people from outside to join. They will always be in our social media. We have a calendar of about 3 to 4 webinars every month.
Okay.
So
This calendar is on your website?
This calendar is on all our social media pages.
Okay.
We're redoing our website because, interestingly, the ideas and plans that we had, and we're talking about this at the beginning of the year, have evolved into a completely other thing. So our website, which is there, is not mirroring the actual thing. And so we're trying to get coaching on there, the business, the new course, the one that's coming up. We're releasing 3 other business courses. It's for the website to really represent our business because it's our home.
Yes. So for now, social media. We'll
be having all of the webinar links. Like I said, so there's one next Tuesday.
Okay.
Instagram, link in bio. Twitter, Facebook, they're there. Just register with your email address.
Okay.
If you're not able to attend the live event, still register. Because we'll send you the audio recording, the video recording, this ideation module we're talking about for free, the worksheet, and a small piece to start on customer acquisition with low-hanging fruit around you.
Okay.
Yeah, all that you get in your email for free forever.
Yay. Tessa, thank you so much for talking to
me.
Do you have anything else you want to add to this wonderfulness you just told us?
So I think it's 2 things mainly. I want people to focus on ideation and doing it internally. So explore your idea internally. Think about who you are, what you have to offer. Be wild. Just imagine you have no limitations, right? And what you would do and what you would put into this country. So the first thing. The second thing is, again, once you hold on to that idea, start to implement it immediately, price it, and start to talk to people about it and offer it. And then all the other wonderful things will come later.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you had it from Paula. Please do go to their social media platforms. They are offering 2 modules that are free, available for you. Also register for their master classes. It's a wonderful resource. Students, I urge you, I beg you, you're in a lockdown, please do get these resources. And that is Damali Ssali. Please also subscribe to my channel on YouTube and Facebook. And it is Damali Ssali. Thank you.